So what did you make of what Nick Brown was saying there?
Well, Ian, first of all, it's not really a fine, is it? This is money that's already been allocated and paid by the government to GTR, and they're just telling them how to spend it. And it's not a surprise that it's not a fine, because Chris Grayling has been completely implicated in this whole strategy of trying to impose driver-only operation, which quite rightly has been the main cause, not the only cause, because the company was failing in 2015, even before the industrial action, but that has been the main cause of the disruption. Of course, there's been management practices have been absolutely appalling, but this policy of driver-only operation has been pushed from the Department of Transport, and now we have this charade of them imposing a fine, which isn't really a fine.
So, I mean, but let's be honest. I mean, this business of driver-operated trains, I mean, the driver-only trains, I mean, this is really a fig leaf for... This is a battle, an old-fashioned battle over trade union power, isn't it? They're trying to break you and you're resisting.
No, not at all, Ian. If you'd have been on that train at Watford in 2016, September 2016, which derailed, the driver was stuck in the cab, and that woman guard derailed that, took out all those passengers herself, detrained them all, got the emergency services on site, blocked the lines, turned off the electricity, you wouldn't be saying that. And that's the thing. Even government statistics show that on the 30% of a network, which is driver-only operation, you have 70% of the most serious accidents, and they will not answer that question.
What did you make of Southern's point that they're actually putting more people than ever in front of the passengers in passenger-facing roles where they have these driver-only operated trains?
But they're not, because they have refused to guarantee even a second person on a train, even if that second person isn't safety critical. What they say, they will roster somebody. But, of course, when people go on annual leave, that roster's uncovered. If people go sick, that roster's uncovered. Already, they've had thousands of trains, and this isn't just a safety issue, it's an accessibility issue, because you've got disabled people, and in particular disabled people against cuts, who are going round and they can't get on trains. They have to book up 2 days in advance to get on a train.
But isn't the issue, though, this, Steve? I mean, drivers are now Southern Trains' biggest, most variable cost. By you constantly ratcheting up your demands and pushing up your costs, aren't you bringing closer the day where we have driverless trains? I mean, we've got them on parts of the London transport network already.
Well, first of all, mainly the people that were out, we've got drivers out over driver-only operation, but the main group is the guards, which the RMT represents, and they're critical, a safety-critical function, and they're trying to take that safety-critical role from the guards in order to reduce costs and to give people like GTR even bigger payouts and give their dividend holders even bigger payouts as well. So this isn't an issue which they've gone into lightly. They've had a strategy which has been rolled out from the Department of Transport, which has said they cut costs by getting rid of the safety-critical role of a guard, and that is what we are totally against.
All right, Steve Hedley from the RMT. Got to leave it there. Thanks for joining me.